The guy that everybody's talking about, the generational prospect, the safest pick in this draft, is Joe Alt. Tackled for Notre Dame, multi-year starter. He is 6'8", 325 pounds. And like I said, widely considered the top OT. Alt let up 5 pressures and 1 sack in 368 pass blocking snaps last year. And that's with not a great quarterback as well. You're in that pocket for longer. You're defending for longer. Those plays are taking longer to develop. I said here too, like sometimes, if you're this tall, pad level becomes a concern. You're going to see the way this dude plays. It's not really a concern. His technicals are really, really, really impressive as well. So really biggest knock on him is really the best way to actually generate pressure is through just straight bull rush. I think that's where you see that he struggles the most. And really, frankly, this is a nitpick. And so I kind of grab a screenshot of him getting a little bit top heavy, leaning back, compressing the pocket. You can see number 10, the quarterback's right there. And so, within arm's reach of potentially a sack or a pressure happening. But most of the time I see him kind of stabilize, right? It's like he gives up those yards and then he kind of anchors in and is able to kind of get his feet back under him.
Notice, John, even in your nitpick flaw of him, that guy's still not making the play.
No,
he's still not.
He's not.
You know what I mean?
All.
He's still creating a clean pocket for the quarterback. It's just like a little bit closer than you'd like him to be. But even in the flaw that you try to look for and find, it's still for most people a pretty good rep.
Well, and completely agree with you. And again, that's exactly why it's a nitpick. And not only that, but like it's crazy because he's so big too that a lot of the times when you watch the film on him, everything seems low effort, and not low effort as in if he's not trying, it's easy. It's not difficult for him to just lock a guy up because he's so much bigger than everybody. And he doesn't have to move quite as much to cover as much ground because of how much bigger he is. Right. So you see these pass pro snaps and he's just taken a couple steps and a dude's totally locked up, can't do shit. And again, so really the only thing that you can do is try to outpower him, which there will be guys at the NFL level that can, but I didn't really see, and again, I'm trying to look at some of the more juggernaut teams playing each other. So, Ohio State reps and stuff like that when Notre Dame played them. And even then, those guys that, are potentially NFL talents or things like that are still not totally capable of being able to really get a solid push on him. Like I said, I think he's kind of, the most generational, probably going to be the first offensive lineman off the board. So yeah, very few complaints. You have to get very nitpicky to critique his game. It's probably been this way for a couple of years that people thought he was going to be the first guy taken off the board.